I discovered that the entire relationship, my ex-wife was. Hi everyone, welcome back to another Reddit cheating story. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you won't miss another cheating story goes live. How it started: met my M39 future son's mother, F33, when I was about 26 and she was about 21. We got along great and were good friends, then roommates, then started sleeping together. She had a long-distance boyfriend at the time. I didn't know any better. She completed the branch swing to me, and I was too inexperienced, too in love, or both, to see this for the giant red flag that it was. How it went: she pretty much immediately started cheating on me. I didn't know how to handle it. Some evidence would come to light, I'd ask her about it, she'd deny, deflect, and encourage me to think it was all in my head. Eventually I'd drop it and bury my head in the sand. Rinse and repeat. These are the incidents I'm aware of. 1. Came back from her hometown, shortly after breaking up with her long-distance boyfriend, with a giant hickey on her neck. The makeup didn't do a good enough job covering it up. 2. She knew I didn't have my house key, so I got home from work with a locked door. I knock and hear sudden shuffling and some footsteps going towards the back door. Eventually, after way too long, she opens the front door. Oh hi baby, sorry I took so long. Kiss kiss. 3. I came home from work to her and a male friend of hers having some beers and hanging out. I'd met him before. Said hi. I went to put away my things and this guy's keys are sitting on my nightstand. 4. She keeps talking about another guy at work. Make him a handmade present. She at some point tells me that one of her close friends cheated on her boyfriend with this guy. She also tells me in detail how everything happened. Where, when, and what those two did together. Sometime later, I found a message from her to him on our shared tablet. Remember words with friends? I sure do hate it when my boyfriend is gone for the night and I'm home all alone. 5. We had started a small business early on in our relationship, and rented space to a number of people. One of these guys moved out of his space, so we went to clean up anything that had been left behind. I found a note in her handwriting: "Hey guys, thanks for a great night, it was fun." Or something like that. This note will make more sense after reading a bit further down. She saw me pick up the note and put it in my jacket pocket. Later that day I went to get the note out of my jacket. It wasn't there anymore. 6. We rent out a space to this new guy. She and him end up working together a lot and become good friends. They would get drinks after work. They went to a concert together. One day we're all hanging out with others in a group and I pick up weird vibes. She's kind of following him around, sitting too close. They keep hanging out and working late together. She'd sometimes come home drunk at 2 or 3 in the morning. 7. Just remember this one. She and I take our son for a walk down to the coffee shop. We walk in and she is surprised to see someone she knows behind the counter. He is surprised to see her too, and seems very surprised to see that she has a boyfriend and a son. They awkwardly say hi. She doesn't introduce me, and the guy quickly heads to the back. I should also mention that in the middle of all this, shortly after my 30th birthday, our son was born. I thought because we were now a family, she would stop cheating. But of course that's not the case. She comes home drunk one night and tells me that she wants to take a break. I had known this was coming for months, so I had already prepared myself mentally to just let her leave. Because of our son, I didn't want to have a long drawn-out breakup and then fight over custody, so I was super stoic. Didn't confront her or accuse or yell or anything. I said if that's what you feel like you need to do, then that's your decision and I can't stop you. She moved out, I stayed in our apartment and we agreed to share parenting time and expenses 50-50. A few years later she married the guy she left me for and he is now my son's stepdad. That was all about 5 years ago. But it gets worse. Earlier this year I learned that just after we split up, my ex slept with my best friend of 10 plus years, as he had just broken up with his girlfriend, who is close friends with my ex by the way. I also found out that my ex had exchanged nudes with my friend and that she was trying to set up a three-way with her, the guy she left me for, now my son's stepdad, and my best friend. Looking back, I'm pretty sure that the note in the jacket pocket was her thanking 2 guys, one of which was a mutual friend of ours, for a super fun three-way. This would have happened while I was asleep upstairs in our apartment with our son. I found all of this out because I noticed one of her trademark stolen glances between my friend and her when she stopped by one day. I confronted my friend about it and he told me about the three-way planning, and the nudes, but didn't come out and say that they had slept together. I no longer speak to him. How it's going? My ex doesn't know that I know about her cheating. She just went on as if this was an amicable breakup and just a minor inconvenience. I found out that most of our friends were actually just her friends. About a month after we split up, she posted pictures of my son riding on a new guy's shoulders. She got upset that I didn't want a stepdad at my apartment for my son's birthday party. "What have you got against, stepdad? He never did anything to you," she said. Then later that day she sends me a pic of my son hugging this guy. I thought it was a sweet moment and I wanted to share. At some point my son asks me, "Why don't you like, stepdad?" Recently, after finding out about the best friend three-way, I told my ex that I'd prefer to communicate only via text or email and only about things relating to our son. This is as close as no contact that I can go. Since the breakup, I was in a bad accident and came away with some nice facial trauma. Reconstructive surgeries are ongoing and I should be good as new soon, I hope. I was also fired after 6 months at a new job. Then there was COVID, quarantine, continued unemployment, isolation, and a nice nervous breakdown. Family and friends helped me through it and I'm doing much better. I went to therapy for a while, but I've taken a break, I'll get back ASAP. I still have lots of issues to work through. There's anger and disgust towards my ex and her husband. My ego and confidence have taken a huge hit, and I no doubt have massive trust issues to sort out. Putting all of this down into words has been helpful. Any advice or comments are appreciated. Especially any ego-boosting, ex-bashing comments. Smile. Thanks and take care. Edit, thanks to everyone for the replies. I read Leave a Cheater, Gain a Life and it was very helpful, although a bit cheesy, haha, and it put a lot of my ex's behavior in perspective. I feel about 20 times better after posting. Planning on a bit more therapy with someone that knows about divorce/breakups and co-parenting with a cheater. Am optimistic and looking forward to getting on with my life. Thanks again everyone and take care. Smile. Here are some of the best comments from our community. You clearly have self-esteem issues. You need therapy to stand up for yourself. She stomped on you like a doormat. Just make clear boundaries with your ex by letting her know that you know about her shenanigans. If your son is a teenager, just let him know that his mother and stepfather did something which hurt you. That was the reason for the animosity between his stepdad and you. It looks like you have been aware all the time. What made you put up with all that crap for so long? Don't tell me your son. That's not a reason. BC now he seems to have learned from his mother that it's okay to piss on both lawns. See how easily he gets attached to the new guy. He has learned from somewhere. How can your son appreciate the difference between someone who's been there for him through thick and thin, compared to someone who is just for the fun moments? If that someone has never asked/expected respect for himself. You have a lot of work ahead. I think you sound like a really sweet, amazing guy who put up with a lot of BS for a very long time. The end result is that you have a child, who will love you and appreciate you for who you truly are. My best advice would be to work on yourself and if and when you are ready to be in a relationship, take it very slowly and find someone who treats you the way you deserve to be treated. Try to be healthy and happy for both yourself, your child and a future partner. You're hanging in there and you can do this. One foot in front of the other. I know it hurts and it must really suck having a stepdad on the scene while your son starts to notice that you don't like stepdad. I think you should talk to a therapist who has an understanding of kids and family dynamics about an age-appropriate, and just all-around appropriate, way to communicate with your son about what he already has perceived. You don't want your son to feel he has to choose or that he's being disloyal if he likes/loves the schmuck. She cheated on her boyfriend with you. Why would you be surprised that she is now cheating on you? It's called karma. You reap what you sow. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for any future cheating stories.